formidable opponents. How do you feel knowing that, you covered 3 games, okay, for 3 college games, but now I'm putting you on the spot for like a minute or two, okay? You have an opportunity, okay, to cover a conference championship game. Are you nervous about covering?
No, not at all. And I say that wholeheartedly because, look, what do great players say when they're presented into the biggest moments? They just think of it as any other game. And I understand the implications of this game, but I'm there to do a job, and that is
right.
My job is to sit, observe, and write the best story for the South Florida Tribune that I possibly can, and that's what I'm expected to do, and that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
I am there to get quotes from players and coaches, obviously Coach Lane Kiffin, who we've established a pretty good rapport with, in our post-game interviews with him. So, no, I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I'm ready to go. I'm kind of eager, and I'm excited to be there. I mean, I said this to myself the other day, and I was talking to my dad about it. Never did I think in my first year of doing this, as a career, did I think that I'd get the chance to cover a title game. And the fact that I was able to do the game where FAU won Conference USA East last week was fantastic. And to get to do this is only even more. It's just additional icing on the cake. But I think given the magnitude of this game, this is the cake, and that game was the icing. So every game I get to do, I love learning. I love interacting with people there, making connections that'll help build our network. I think it's fantastic. I'm not nervous at all. I think I'm really, really excited for this game.
Well, you should. The thing I like about is it'll be a good opportunity for you. Meanwhile, with that said, we have Tom Shanahan who's on the line. And Tommy, glad you can come on. We have a lot of ground to cover, so I'll give you a little bit more time to do it. How's that sound, buddy?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, obviously you are the black sheep here since you're talking college basketball. But, hey, 'tis the season to talk about it all, right, partner?
Well, yeah, I think college basketball is suddenly getting more exciting because there is no way to predict who's going to be the top team by the end of the year. It just is wide open. Historically, you've had teams dominated by the schools that had the returning All-Americans when players stayed 4 years or even 3 years. And then more recently, it's been the teams stacked with freshmen, one and done freshmen all following each other to the same school. But it just doesn't seem to be that way this year. We've already had 4 changes to the number 1, or I should say this will be the 4th change to the number 1 when we have let's see now, we've had Michigan State number 1, Kentucky number 1, Duke number 1. Yeah, Louisville survived becoming the 4th number 1 to fall so far. They look awful good, but we're only a month into the season, and we've already had 4 number 1 teams. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty wild season.
All right, so let's break them down one step at a time, okay, Tommy? North Carolina is struggling. Go ahead. Start there.
I was looking at the latest top 10, and we got Louisville, number 1, Kansas, number 2, Maryland, number 3, Michigan, number 4, Virginia, number 5, Ohio State, number 6, North Carolina, number 7, Kentucky, number 8, Gonzaga, number 9, Duke, number 10. And out of those teams, the only one still unbeaten are Louisville, Ohio State, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because Michigan lost in the ACC Big Ten Challenge to Louisville.
Right.
And then Virginia just got they lost by 29 points to Purdue, which, let me double check, they're not even ranked. No, Purdue's not even ranked. Purdue only scored 69 points, and they still beat Virginia by 29, 69 to 40. And so that was your number 5 team. So that's going to take a long time to sort out which teams develop teamwork, which teams have younger players develop, and which ones are coming together at the end of the season. It's just wide open right now.
Okay, well, let's break it down team by team, okay, Tommy? All right. Why is North Carolina struggling?
Well, a couple of reasons. Garrison Brooks was the power forward they were counting on this year to play a big leadership role, and he got hurt in one of the exhibition games. And so he's had a nagging injury, and he hasn't been himself yet. Last night they were playing Ohio State, which is one of those teams that's coming on stronger than everybody expected. And Bakat, their center, he got hurt. And so they were pretty much reduced to Cole Anthony as their only scoring threat. So North Carolina isn't ready yet to be considered a contender for the national title, but it's way too early to count them out because Roy Williams teams have started slow in the past and peaked at NCAA tournament time.
Okay, all right, let's go on to the ACC Big Ten Challenge. What are some of your observations about what you saw there?
Well, that was kind of interesting. The Big Ten won that 8 games to 6.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, Minnesota beat Clemson. Iowa beat Syracuse. Syracuse, there's the story. They seem to be have dropped off quite a bit. This might be the end for Jim Boeheim. Maybe he's not able to recruit players anymore. Maybe he'll recognize that. They are really struggling. Northwestern and Boston beat Boston College. Indiana beating Florida State was very impressive because Florida State is one of the stronger ACC teams. They are ranked number 17, and they're always a tough out. Maryland defeated Notre Dame. Purdue defeated Virginia, as I mentioned earlier. Penn State defeated Wake Forest. Poor Danny Manning at Wake Forest. He was lucky to be brought back for another year. They're struggling again, and I guess they've had to suspend a couple of players, if not kick them off for their behavior, I think, out at Disneyland. And so Danny Manning's a good guy. You kind of hope for the best for him, but he just doesn't seem to be able to get enough talent out to Winston-Salem. And then Ohio State beating UNC soundly. The ACC wins were Miami over Minnesota. Louisville is just so impressive. I really underestimated them at the beginning of the season. Pitt defeated Rutgers, and then North Carolina State got revenge on Wisconsin. Kevin Keith's teams at North Carolina State, he hasn't really come up with a superstar player yet, but his teams play so hard, and they play together so well. They could surprise people by the end of the year. They had revenge on their mind this year because when they lost at Wisconsin last year in the Big Ten ACC Challenge, Brad Davis took 5 flops, got away with all of them. And North Carolina State lost the game by about 2 points. And North Carolina State should have won that game. And if you factor in all the way they rank, the NCAA tournament ranks picking teams, points for wins and losses, and caliber teams they play. If North Carolina State had won that game, they probably would have made the NCAA tournament. So that was a real revenge game for North Carolina State.
Okay, let's go on to Virginia. You say they're struggling, Tommy?
Yeah, they just don't have an offensive player. They lost 3 guys to the NBA draft, which is really unusual. And they're just not able to score right now. They don't have an offensive player, and then complicating matters more than that, Braxton Key, who is one of their better shooters as a guard, is injured and out for quite a while. I think he hurt his hand.
Okay. And let's go on to Michigan State. You say they're struggling. Boy, it seems like struggling should be a key word here. Or a hashtag.
Michigan State started out the year number 1. They've lost... They tumbled to number 11 for their big showdown with Duke, and did not only lost, they did not play well. They were dominated, and so they might even tumble even farther. That's what I mean about what an unusual season this is. You don't usually see a preseason number 1 team tumble out of the top 10 or maybe even top 15 just a month into the season.
Right.
The problem for the Spartans is they're trying to get their team together. Over injuries and then the personal tragedy within the family. Cassius Winston, his brother, committed suicide. He jumped in front of a train, and Cassius Winston is not only their star player and their leader, the guy they go to emotionally and for the big baskets and big passes, but and he's not quite himself yet. But he's also his brother was also friends with many of the Michigan State players. He used to come up to the campus quite a bit. So it's not like he's some unknown brother that they didn't really know. He was very close to many of the players, and so they just haven't found their mental edge yet. And then on top of that, Josh Langford, who would probably be their leading scorer if he was healthy, missed the second half of last season with a foot injury, and then he had to have surgery again a couple weeks into the preseason, into training camp. His foot hasn't healed, and you know how those foot injuries are. Sometimes they never heal, especially with basketball players.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then they were counting on Joey Hauser, a transfer from Marquette, to be their stretch power forward. And the NCAA ruled him ineligible, which really upset Izzo because he sees so many other players file appeals and get granted eligibility, and he doesn't think this case is any different. Overall, Izzo doesn't like transfers, and he thinks they should all have to sit out a year, but he doesn't like how arbitrary it seems to be now. One school gets their kid and another school doesn't. And I think Izzo reacted to that quite harshly with a lot of criticism for the NCAA, and even decided to withdraw from the Basketball Coaches Association board. He said he's just going to focus on his team and not so much about contributing to boards like that. And I think, he didn't say this, but I think how strongly he reacted is an example that he knew the Spartans had a hole to fill, and it wasn't getting filled without Hauser. They're just weak at that 4 spot, and then and on top of that, without a strong power forward, their center, Xavier Tillman, is a good player, very good player, but he's only 6'8". So if he gets in foul trouble like he has in a couple of games this year, they're really hurting for size. They're really getting beaten inside. And that's how Duke beat him. Vernon Carey, 6'10", 260, just pounded the Spartans inside. He's going to do that to a lot of teams this year. It's interesting. The first couple of games of the year, Vernon Carey, like a lot of high school big men, they want to show they can play outside. And he didn't really focus on his inside game that much because you don't have to. You just physically dominate kids at that age. And so you would think for him to develop into a college post player, it would take more than a month. But he has already shown tremendous strides at going inside, drawing fouls, and blocking shots. He really hurt the Spartans with block shots, too.
Okay, so Tommy, we got about 2 minutes to go. Briefly, you say that Duke is hot and cold. If you give me about a minute on that, then you can promote your book. How's that sound? How do you summarize that?
Yeah, Duke, the question about them is three-point shooting. Trey Jones is a great point guard, but he's not really a good three-point shooter, so they got to get it from somewhere else. Joey Baker has come off the bench in some games. Matthew Hurt, a 6'9" freshman, has been hot and cold. So they don't really have a reliable three-point shooter. And they're going to really rely on defense this year. And that was one of the things that carried them against the Spartans. They forced a lot of early turnovers and got transition baskets. But they don't really have that go-to guy or like they have always had in the past, unless Vernon Carey continues to develop.
All right, Tom, just to let our fans out there know, you and I will be doing a Sports Exchange special next week during the holidays. The holiday schedule will be a little bit revised, so we look forward to doing that broadcast, just me and you. How's that sound, buddy? So,
sounds good.
All right, meanwhile, you got, since you complied with any minute, you got about a minute to go ahead and promote the book.
Yeah, just go to my website, ShanahanReport.com, just like Kyle Shanahan, 49ers coach, and you'll see links to order the book. Right at the top, there's a quote from Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy wrote the foreword to the book, and it's all about how Michigan State not only led the integration of college football, but, there's been many myths and distortions about Alabama and Bear Bryant in the 1970 USC game that have robbed Duffy Doherty, Michigan State's coach, of his proper credit leading the integration of college football.
Very, very good. Well, you'll have an opportunity next week when we do our solo broadcast. You can talk about it a little bit more in depth next week. How's that sound? All right?
Yeah, you can find it anywhere on the internet. The title is Ray of Light or Just go to my website, ShanahanReport.com.
In fact, next week, what I want you to do is think about this, okay, over the weekend, all right? Why don't you think about